Hey guys, REVan Evan here at the NMRA NMCA event, and we got Tim Donathan. A lot of guys know him. He runs in the fierce class of Coyote stock. Competition is tough. They run that sealed Coyote crate engine. Everybody's got the stick shift transmission, and most guys have Foxbodies. Tim has a Foxbody, but it's not a Mustang. Tim, tell us about this awesome Fairmont wagon.
Hey Evan, well, it's a 1978 Ford Fairmont wagon.
Right.
I found this thing on Craigslist of all places.
Okay.
And it's in Traverse City. I bought it from a guy that brought it back from Florida. It was his fishing truck. And had a boat hitch trailer on it and everything. It was the whole 9 yards. And I thought, you know what? I work on Mustangs and see them every day.
Right.
I'd like to look at something different. So out of the blue, I decided to go up there and buy this wagon.
With the intention of running Coyote stock?
It started off, I was going to run it for like drag weeks. It's kind of clean, it's kind of cool, but I could not make this a Coyote stock car. Well, it was calling me to do it.
So this thing's got to be an absolute blast to drive. These Coyote stock cars, they run 9's at 133, 134 miles an hour. They're what, 3,000 pounds?
3,000 pounds.
Yep, stick shift transmissions. And this thing, these guys have fun out here. You can see Tim's got the Hawaiian shirt on there. He does a long, nice burnout. The crew comes up. They got the surfboard on the roof. It's Velcroed, so it comes off real easy. Yep. So Tim, are there any advantages to running the wagon versus the Foxbody Mustang that a lot of guys run?
Well, I thought it was going to be a little bit of an advantage with a little bit longer wheelbase. I thought I could probably work the chassis a little bit more, the instant center, right, and a squat, and it would maybe be a little bit harder to wheelie, but turns out I was a little more, I didn't calculate that so much in the computer as well as it should have. And the car come out, the first pass, with literally almost dragging the bumper, 3 gears in the air. This thing's a blast to drive. It is by far the most fun you're gonna have with your clothes on.
What has been the reception from the other racers and from the fans when they come to your pit area?
Oh, everybody likes it. I'm literally blown away with how popular this car has become.
Right.
It is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a nice car. People are going to be like, what's this crazy guy doing with a wagon? You know, this isn't a Mustang.
Right.
But it's been the total opposite. People, you drive by and people stop, they turn their head, they smile, they wave. It's like that all the time. It's so cool. But it's like surreal, because you didn't really picture it that way. You didn't build it for that. You know what I mean? Right. It just kind of morphed into it. So it's really neat. It's really neat.
So Tim, tell us about the combo. Obviously it's a sealed Coyote crate engine. Tell us about the engine, the clutch, the transmission, what headers do you have on it, and what rear end is stuffed under this thing?
Well, this is your basic Coyote stock car. Literally, like you said earlier, it's a Foxbody platform. So I used everything off of Foxbody for this car.
Right.
So the Foxbody K member, bolted it on. Some things are a little different on the Fox, on this chassis versus a Fox. It's like, for example, the lower torque box holes, they're about an inch shorter, lower than a Foxbody. So
than a Mustang.
Yeah, than a regular Mustang. So your instant center is a little bit more difficult to get there.
Okay.
Used a G-Force G101 transmission, Team Z rear end. Used the Team Z instant center relocated about, or not the instant center bars, but the upper torque boxes, torque boxes to get the instant center exactly where it needs to be.
Right.
And then after that, I'm still using the 1978 station wagon wing or springs in the back. I'm running the Cook's headers.
Right.
I got Harm race mufflers and X-pipe on it, the aluminum, polished aluminum X-pipe and aluminum mufflers.
Right.
So that's definitely a weight savings, very nice high quality stuff. After that, I mean, we're just kind of in there banging some gears and getting some seat time, you know what I mean? Getting some experience.
I do. Let's take a peek under the hood.
All right.
All right, guys, so as you can see, it is a crate sealed Coyote stock engine. So if you're new to Coyote stock, what that means is these engines come with covers on some of the critical bolts, like intake manifold and cylinder head, so they cannot be removed. They all have to run a spec fuel, and they all run the exact same tune, which they flash into the cars here at the event based on the controls pack computer. So a couple questions: what's your best ET ever? And tell us about, you know, what do you limit to for RPM? Where do they put the rev limiter and things like that?
Evan, this is like I said, a Gen 3 Coyote stock engine. So it has, like you alluded to, it's got engine seals, which are about right here, real easy to see. And that kind of prevents the tampering of it, and it keeps the playing field on the same for everybody. So basically all we can do to these things are change spark plugs, and we can change headers and play with their inlet tube. And this car is, you know, it has 20 years of aerodynamic disadvantage on it.
Right.
So I have to try harder. It resulted in my best ET of a 985 at 135 miles an hour. That was last race. Right. And you know, we moved things back and try to get the center back a little bit more for the weight, move the radiator back, go with a smaller radiator. Like I said, try to put some ram air here into this grill and take advantage of this big opening. Things like that. You just kind of, you got to start looking at stuff a little differently, you know?
Right. Does this car have aluminum bumpers on it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's an aluminum bumper car.
And that was something that was factory, right, on some of the Fairmonts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just save a little bit of weight.
Yep. Aluminum, chrome-coated aluminum is what it is.
That's cool. So you're going to go warm this thing up?
Yes. Would you like to go for a ride?
Heck yeah, let's cruise.
Let's do it. I'm telling you, it is a beast.
And this thing, bench seat, that kind of makes it a little bit extra cool.
Yep.
The family, take the family with you.
Got the radio in here. It kind of works. Put the hula girl on the dash. Try to give it the look. So basically, when we get on the track, we basically just kind of do this. Put our water pump on, turn the oil accumulator on, and we go have some fun.
What do you generally launch at? Where do you shift?
We launch at about 7,400, and we shift at about 72.
Nice.
And it seems to work out pretty good.
What's it buzz through with the lights at?
7550. So we're using all of it. I got a couple cool things in the back here to show you if you got a minute.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right.
Shaggin' wagon.
Shaggin' wagon, baby. So back here, as you alluded to, you know, we're all about having some fun over here. And I built enough professional race cars to kind of not do that all the time. I wanted to have some fun with this class of car because I wasn't sure it was going to be super competitive. So I just wanted to make sure I was going to have a good time doing it. So I started off and I found a cooler here from the 60s, a Coleman cooler. We turned that into a fuel cell and made a custom fuel cell out of it. And then we have a picnic basket, which is everybody thinks is the battery storage device. Right. It's nothing. It's just a prop. It's just something to look cool, to give it the look.
But hey, if you make a pass and you get hungry at the end of the run and you're waiting in the fuel check line, yeah, maybe you have a sandwich.
That's right. You get hangry, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
Yep. So we have our battery stored here in the spare tire well. We did not cut that out. Right. It's still there. And the electronics there for spaghetti menders are there, and that's what we use.
Yeah, and I see you got some ballast.
Got some ballast back there. Yep.
Awesome. Well, Tim, kick some butt out on track.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks for everybody out watching the REVan Evan channel. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, have yourself a great day. This is going to be a cool event. Go out and win the race.
Thank you. Appreciate it.